And hello YouTube. It is 7:32 p.m. Is it still December 1st? It is. Thursday, December 1st, 2022. I say it's 7:32 p.m. I think I did. I don't feel so good today. Had a hell of a hard time waking up. I feel a little congested, like I got a sore throat or something. In a perfect world, I think I would just stay home and try to feel better, but yeah, I don't live in a perfect world, and right now it's hitting international news how few days a railroad worker is able to be sick and not work. So who the heck am I to expect much anything more, right? This guy's driving like he's in a school zone. He needs to go. Anyway, where the hell was I? On my way to Bullock's to get my show at Bullock's. Yeah, I really have no means for getting a day off there. The one time I didn't show up, I came frighteningly close to losing the gig, and I think like the next week I actually didn't do the show. They had somebody else in to replace me. I don't know. It's frustrating, but you know, it's a situation I created, and although that show doesn't make me a lot of money, it's kind of the difference between being able to make ends meet and not being able to make ends meet. So I don't dare just fuck it off. I do feel like my life would be really, really incomplete if I was to lose it. I mean, it's the after like 16 years of doing karaoke hosting in the Valley, it's really the only thing I have left, other than occasional private parties that surprise me when they pop up. No, I do not want to listen to Dave Ramsey. Listen to Weezer either.
By Logan D. Reed. That's cool.
Or any sports cast. This'll work. Oh, God, I need to wake up. I am so groggy right now. And the inside of my car smells like antifreeze leak. That's awesome. Oh, so this morning, I can't believe how much time I wasted just relaying adventures of work last week in the video this morning. Most of which are probably boring as shit to absolutely everybody that might have watched. But anyway. But yeah, for the most part, I don't really have any work, any life outside of my work at Amazon lately. What little bit I have is pretty frustrating. Part I just been so frustrated and depressed. All I want to do is just sleep all the time. Haven't heard from my older daughter in a while. I have heard back from her. At least I think I got one text message back from her since the one where she said she'd rather die than be a wage slave. I sent her a picture of something that was posted on the Amazon FC subreddit that she had kind of turned me on to, where they had done where somebody's Amazon warehouse had done a changing the sign that said Gaylord Dumper into Shuttle Dumper. Like they had a sign over the word Gaylord that said Shuttle. It was smaller and it didn't really. It left enough the word Gaylord. You can tell that it used to say Gaylord. And it just kind of, it reminded me of this picture that my daughter had sent me of the big sign at her warehouse that said Gaylord Dumper. It was going to be removed because they didn't want people calling them Gaylords anymore, which they want them calling them shuttles. Which apparently is just a giant container for carrying trash or whatever. Anyway, I've never heard of them referred to as Gaylords in my building, and I've heard two stories on why internally Amazon is stopping referring to them as Gaylords. One is that the gay community within Amazon finds the term Gaylord offensive, and the other is that and this was only really asserted by one person who kept putting it in the comments the last time the subject popped up on Reddit, was saying that Gaylord is a brand name for those beds, as in kind of like, and was being used as a generic term, sort of like Band-Aid is a brand name of bandages, but a lot of people refer to any bandages as Band-Aids. And I have no idea which is true. Not like it's a big deal or it matters. I was just amused by the picture, amused by the whole concept, and sent it to her, and she responded that her building just took the pictures down. I have no idea where she's at. For all I know, she could still be at Slab City, or she can be shacking up with one of her sugar daddies or one of her drug buddies. Who knows? She's still got some stuff at my place. Still got keys, and expect to show up and find her home at any time. What I don't expect her to do is show up and actually help me out with any cleaning, which needs done desperately. Yeah, it needs done pretty desperately. And maybe I should make that my focus of this Saturday. I do have Saturday off all day. I am working Friday. Oh, and I said in my last video, the one where I was just carrying on about kind of my misadventures in Amazon over the last week. I gotta say, my whole power struggle squaring off with the water spiders over them taking totes on wood pallets versus totes and plastic, the bound plastic pallets was just kind of surreal and funny. But yeah, I mentioned that the UPT was canceled, or not UPT, but I'm sorry, what do you call it? MET, mandatory extra time or forced overtime. And so basically what's been going on is there's been mandatory overtime going on for quite a while. Now, the week before it didn't happen, and I did have Friday and Saturday off. So I did spend my last Friday working on music over at Box, and went out Friday night with the so-called girlfriend to sing karaoke, although I was just too tired to enjoy it. Went to her place. Yeah, I feel like I posted a video about this. Pretty much left me extremely sexually frustrated, fell asleep, fully clothed on the couch, then fully clothed next to me in the bed. I just was disgusted and left, and I want to say I haven't seen her since, but I actually did see her this morning. I shouldn't have opened the door for her. I don't know. So many mixed feelings there, but it'd be real easy to move on from her if there was someone else to move on to, but there just isn't. Everyone that seems to be interested in spending time with me, really, that I actually, find attractive in that way, just it seems to not be. Hey, almost to the bar. I do feel kind of congested and yucky. Shit. I'm wondering how much that is just dust and shit in my apartment. How much of that is maybe I'm getting sick. It's hard to say. And I found Priscilla's air filter that she had on in there, like she had her home office in there. I should really plug it in and get it working. That would probably help me a lot. I just kind of moved it from the second bedroom into my bedroom, and it's just been sitting there in a box. It's hard to find the motivation to do anything at home other than just lay in bed. Lay in bed, occasionally work on this vlog, and watch some YouTube, and fart around in Reddit, and try to sleep. And then when I finally get to sleep, it's a real struggle to wake up. Anyway, I was trying to explain the Amazon mandatory extra time. So yeah, I got canceled, and they kept, there were just so many text messages I've lost count of, oh, we're adding overtime, we're getting rid of mandatory overtime, we're adding mandatory overtime. So my situation is so complicated because I still haven't managed to succeed in changing my mandatory overtime day from Thursday to Saturday. I don't know why that's such a difficult thing to do. I don't know why it needs any kind of approval, why they can't just have that set up for an algorithm just handles it. But whoever's in charge with approving it it's asking too much to get them to do it. Talk to HR. HR says talk to your manager. Do it in the app. And then a manager helped me do it in the app, and it just. Meanwhile, whenever they call the mandatory overtime, it pops up on my schedule on Thursday, which is the day I'm doing this, headed to Bullocks Cocktails, do my karaoke show, which I haven't even really been enjoying lately, but I need the money. I did really enjoy Saturday, actually working on my music, which is something I don't get money for. But if I didn't, constantly work on the music, the show wouldn't be what it is. Anyway. God. So, from what I understand, when they canceled it, when it shows up, I've been scheduled for another Thursday. Pretty much, I need to put it into shift swap immediately. And other than the one time that Sean ended up approving it for vacation time, I've been successful every time at swapping it either for a Friday or a Saturday, usually for a Friday. Which is what happened this week. I'm scheduled to work it tomorrow instead of tonight. But apparently everybody else who was scheduled for mandatory overtime tonight, when they canceled mandatory overtime, just got the shift removed from their schedules. Meanwhile, my swap shift that was for the Thursday on Friday is still sitting on my schedule. Now, granted, I could maybe go to HR and get it removed, but I don't know. I've decided honestly that I just as soon rather work it. So what am I complaining about? Really not, other than the stupidity of, if something is shifted, why why is the system that's supposedly so well programmed that, I don't know. I just, the general instability of the scheduling thing has just been frustrating. I guess that's it. But yeah, I'm planning on working it, and I don't know if I'd have success in trying to cancel the shift. I really don't want to cancel the shift. I'd just do work at this point. Generally speaking, I'm my most as frustrated as rough as it is to get up and head to work, and it's generally frustrated as it just like I don't feel like doing it. By the time I get there, once I get working, I tend to be in a much happier place, and I've generally been enjoying work. I mean, even with the craziness of the whole debacle last night of the spat with the water spiders over the damn totes on the wood pallets, like, it was generally entertaining for me. It made the night interesting. When I first got on the Amazon FC subreddit, one of the most popular threads that was going on Reddit at that time was about how many hookups happen at Amazon, and people talking about that. So yeah, well, you put that many people that are on a weird schedule and are isolated from society due to the weird schedule, doing physically demanding work. People bound to get horny and hook up. I'm thinking, damn, it's been 11 months. Where's my hookup? I mean, I feel like the closest I've come to that was when I took Ronnie home, which didn't even invite, and it resulted in me being invited into her place. Now, I think that probably had more to do with her living situation than anything else. But I don't think she even works there anymore. I haven't seen her in quite a while. And I know she was thinking about quitting and trying to find something where she was spending so much on her work commute using Uber that it just seemed nonsensical to me that she was even still doing the job. Like I like how you keep a job that's, a low-paying job when 50% of your pay is going to transportation there and back. It makes no sense to me at all. Anyway, I was going to talk about the whole concept of the workplace romances, and not that I've really had any. At times where I think occasionally women have been kind of flirting with me, and of course, maybe that's my autism. I never seem to receive the signals correctly. I never know who's flirting with me and who's not, and probably so many missed opportunities by me on that front, just because I'm just so socially awkward and clueless and don't know when and how to follow up on those kind of things. It's amazing I've had the love life that I've had. But which, if the internet is anything to be believed, is better than most guys, which is depressing. Anyway, I watch people get out of the vehicle next to me. That is a big butt. Holy crap. Wow. Anyway, I was going to talk about just different people I've seen kind of hooking up and then not being hooked up. It's other times I've been thinking about talking about it, and I just haven't. But, I watch it, and I feel like life for me, more often than not, is just a spectator sport. I mean, watching other people living their lives while I wonder why I'm so disconnected from everybody else. But, yeah. I've been thinking quite a bit about the new female forklift driver that was working alongside me last night. And yeah, I couldn't help but notice how there were I want to say 2. I want to say 3. 2? at least 2 other forklift drivers that seemed to be going out of their way to chat her up, which I particularly wasn't. I was just trying to make sure we were coordinated on working on totes together, and make sure she was not making any of the kind of mistakes that would get her suspended from forklift driving, because God knows there's so many of those with Amazon. Anyway, I need to get inside, set my equipment up for my show. But as always, kind of optimistic that I'll meet somebody and hook up tonight, but it probably won't happen. Priscilla came over acting like she's so interested in me, but of course no time to really do anything other than, I'm just checking to make sure you're okay. Going to work. Okay, whatever. Anyway, trying to be up in spirits, because I gotta be Mr. Happy Music guy, so y'all wish me luck on that.